Doobity-boo. Doobity-boo. Well, hello. Guess what? I started early. That's awesome. I'm never early. Today, I am early. So, those people that were early as well get to spend a little extra time with the Rambler. Hopefully, everybody's week is going magnificent. If it's not, put a smile on. Change it. You still got the rest of today and tomorrow to make it a good week. That's all anyone can do. And if you turn it into a positive week, those around you will have a positive week. And that's my word of wisdom for today. Now, let's try to stay ahead of the chat today. Ooh, so all my syrup has left the building. Jesse, Lisa, is on the way. I don't know if Lisa's actually sent the stuff yet, but Lord, Mother, and God, unfortunately, my giveaways have ended as of right now until they get this gas shortage. I paid more in fuel surcharge than what I did in sending one of the packages. Figure that out. I just blown away. Like, it's not my first time doing the rodeo and, giving stuff away. I love doing that. Unfortunately, the powers that be have ended that for a while. That's all I can say, guys. Ship 5 boxes was almost $200. So, the giveaways have went. That's it. So hopefully Pirate Ship gives you some blessings, guys, that, wow. Because I'm paying a fuel surcharge on both sides. I'm really confused at the bill. And remind me of Christine. Good God. Kareen comes in. Because that's the one that the fuel surcharge cost me more than what the package was. Oh boy. Now, I can technically see that being a little bit more, but if you look at going per mile to Jesse and Lisa or Jamaica, there's probably, I don't know, what would you say, an extra 500 miles difference going from here to there. But anyways, don't worry, guys, that's not the end of the giveaways. It's just the end of the giveaways until I can get it reasonably shipped. I sent one bottle down to Newfoundland with a whole bunch of my salve and seeds and whatever to one of my adopted sons over on TikTok. And it was sent COD because his dad works for a courier company here in Canada. I know how much he paid his price. And wow. So I guess if I'm going to keep doing giveaways, I got to figure out how to go work for one of these courier companies. But you know what? It is what it is. It's only money. It grows on trees. So, Billy, hello, welcome. Lila, making lunch. What's for lunch? I had fish and chips. Real fish and chips. Cod. Nom, 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 nom. Very good. Very good. And I like it because he's got a crispy batter, but it's not all batter. Like you get a fairly big hunk of fish. So I'm just warming myself up for our trip down east starting Saturday. So that's why I wanted to make sure I got all my packages out today. And I had five to send, and I sent all five. So Backlash, hello, sir. I have posted the link up at the top. Once I say my tadas and halas and hoedowns and hello and all that good stuff, then we'll have some people come up. It's just easier for me to pin it before I start my live. And Miss Rebecca Davis, the one, the only, the legend, Rebecca. Hopefully everybody's doing well in your family, Rebecca. And I'm still sending your sisters a lot of prayers and all that good stuff, and yourself and Ronnie, and keeping everybody in my thoughts and prayers. And back to country homestead. Howdy, howdy. Hopefully everything's going well down in Texas. And Tasha, one and only Tasha. Nectar's headed your way, Tasha. It's good stuff, too. And just so, I can taunt you a little bit more. Oh, don't forget, a true Canadian doesn't put this on food. What the hell? No. You drank maple syrup. Don't believe me? Ask a true Canadian who makes maple syrup. That's how we test if it's good batch or bad batch. Now, is that why most of us are diabetics? I'm not yet. Okay, back to country. Jake, what's going on, brother? Long time no chat. Hopefully everything's good with you and Miss Ann and the girlies. Hey, Christian, don't tap here. It doesn't do anything. And I'll have to get on that email you sent me. The picture didn't come through. It didn't send the picture, so I'll have to get on. I have not been on any platforms today. I've been running around trying to get all the stuff that I need to bring down east and, get all my stuff mailed out that had to be, so I can actually breathe now. And I may try to wrap this up after an hour and head to another town about 30 minutes from here to try to get the right oil filter for my new lawn tractor. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go with synthetic or if I'm just going to stay with the Cub Cadet oil. Either way is covered by their warranty. So, and Miss Bradshaw, how are you? And the one and only Sir Jesse. Hopefully everything's well with you. And there's Billy Spears again. Excuse me. Honestly, Christian, you're going to look like salsa, my boy. Jesus. What are you doing, Christian? I'm eating salsa. Holy jeez, I'm having a bad day. Eat some salsa. Telling you, man, salsa's going to start coming out your ears. Actually, I just saw it. Just give me a sec here, Jesse. It was 229.9 a liter. So 2.29, no, did that wrong. 229.9 times 3.8. I did that wrong too. It's 229.9 times 3.8. No, that would be $8, $8.74 a gallon right now. And now it might be down east. I'll let you know Saturday night what the prices are heading east. But right now we're sitting at $8.74 a gallon. And Jesse sharing the love. Thank you, sir. Got my heart monitor in the mail yesterday. Help me get it set up and on. Well, Tasha, I am praying that you get some answers. That's, most of the worry is the unknown. Like you just never know. And that's that's a lot of the stress as well. And especially whenever it comes to your ticker, something goes wrong with your ticker, you're in trouble. And guys, anybody, sorry, I'm already going squirrel. I know where I left off with Tasha's remark. I found the perfect, by perfect, I mean ring light. So everybody knows I like to play with stuff, right? It changes color. I can make it go brighter. I can make it go duller. I can go pure red, green, blue, oscillating. You want yellow? I go yellow. I want white light. I want this pretty color. Yellow. Purple. Purple. There you go. But the one thing that I wanted to let everybody know, it's metal. It's about freaking time. I've went through, I don't know how many. Well, I do know how many. I went through 3 of them already. Especially in Canada. When it gets cold, plastic breaks. And we had a hell of a winter for coldness. And I went through 3 of these this winter. This one's a little bit more. And by a little bit more, I think it's $15 more than what I paid for the plastic ones. But it's metal. So it's great. It looks like it's flimsy, but it's really not. It holds my big iPhone, whatever the hell this is, Pro Max, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Don't know. But it's one of the bigger models. It holds it up there just fine. I was playing with it last night. And yeah. And it comes with a remote. Just another remote to lose, but yeah. So really, we're not that much more than what Tasha is in upstate New York. It's $6.49 a gallon there. And Garden State Gardener, what's up, buddy? So yeah, it's unfortunate that, like, guys, I don't know how Joe does it. And speaking of Joe, since Joe's here, I got some mail. Got some mail from my little buddy. Wonder what it is. Congratulations from Garden State Gardener. Well, what in God's name have you got going on in here, Joe? Oh, you silly goose. Instead of putting it all in one, you're going to split it up. So what I won the other day didn't come through in this package. Silly goose. Ooh. This would look like... Joe, is this a good salsa one? Looks like a good salsa tomato. And these... Joe, I've had one... No, I lie. One seed did not come out of the last package that I got from you. That is one hell of a good germination rate. You're sitting at 90, 98%. All the ones actually, and I'll be quite honest, whenever you get a package like this, most of the time you can tell this here is not store-bought. That is somebody that saved the seeds. Store-bought. This has just about 100% germination rate, 50% from the store-bought. Well, maybe a little bit more than that, about 70. I'd say 70 to 75%. So, the people that are saving seeds, 2 thumbs up, because that's amazing that I only had one seed that didn't come up. And it still could come up. Maybe it just hadn't got enough water, or it went down and then it's coming back up. I don't know. We'll find out. But again, Joe, thank you. But you're another one, sir. I will be... I know I sent you a little something there on the weekend. I will be sending you a little bit more of something there this week. I just kind of had to wait to see how much I was going to have left over once I mailed all the maple syrup out. So there's just a little something left, so it's coming your way, because you mailing stuff out to folks right now, I don't know how the hell you're doing it, buddy. Because every single package was minimum $6 fuel surcharge. First time I've ever been charged a fuel surcharge. So maybe I've just been very fortunate, but that's the first time that I've had to pay fuel surcharge on my end. Yeah, hopefully so, Jesse. Lisa did send me the tracking number, so I'll have a look here after. Actually, I know, well, I've not got the packages yet. So no wonder it costs so much money to send a package. Back in the olden days, you had, especially being rural where I live, you had one person who brought around the mail. They had packages, they had letters, they had flyers. One person did it all back in the olden days. Now, today, you have somebody that brings us flyers, you have somebody who delivers letters, you have somebody who delivers packages. No wonder they ain't got no money. Yeah, let's pay different people the same amount of money that we, or I guess it would be triple the money, because I haven't figured that one out yet. They said save the post office. So, like Amazon uses the post office. I just, again, things that make you go, huh? So they used to pay 60,000 for somebody to deliver the mail. Now they pay 3 people 60 to 70,000 to deliver the mail. And then they go, why do we have no more money? You cannot fix stupid. Not even with duct tape. And hello, Jessica. Thank you for coming to visit. Oh no! Darn dog running off on you like that. That's not good. Well, it's good to hear that that he is back home. Thank goodness. And everybody interacting with everybody. This is great. G'day, Shane. Yeah, you know what, Jesse? I change my oil every spring. I don't care what oil I use. Always have. Always had very good luck doing that. Now, I know some of the brochures and manuals and all that say that you should be doing it in the fall. Disagree with that. Simply for now, if it was down with you guys, okay, I agree with that. But in Canada, we have such hot, cold, extreme cold, and then it'll warm up to zero. Well, that's causing condensation inside your motor. So whenever I go to start it over at Rob's, I'll leave it run for 5 minutes to get the oil all mixed up again. I'll drop it, fresh filter, fresh oil, and I'm good to go for the winter or for the whole summer. But the manual says to do it in springtime or fall. That doesn't work here in Canada. I've never figured that out, and I've sent many messages saying, why would we do this in Canada? And you want to know what the answer was? It's just cheaper for us to put it in the manual one way than to have two different manuals, one for the US and one for Canada. And I'm like, wow. Okay. I said, you can't put a little question mark, because I said what you're doing is, in turn, people are harming their motors, letting, fresh oil all winter, and then you're going to have the condensation in there, and then they're going to start it, they're going to run it, and as soon as it goes under load, I know some of the condensation will kind of dissipate, but I don't know. For me, the safety of my motor and everything else, we do that even with all our tractors. Nothing's done in the fall. It's all done in the spring. So you've got crisp, clean oil filter ready to go right out in the fields. We're about a week away from getting into the fields. Touch wood that we don't get a whole lot of precipitation. It doesn't look like that. So I know I know they will probably start across the road here this weekend. They'll probably put the soybeans in this weekend. They're playing they're playing Russian roulette right now because in Canada we can still have snow. I've seen snow in June. So I'm also going to play, actually, by the time we're back next Friday, it is going to, it's supposed to be like 12 at night, which is just over 50. So I think I'm all right. Hey, Terry, how are you? And all right, Jessica, I'm sure you're long gone now because I'm way behind. It's telling me I'm 129 messages behind now. But, Lori, I had your shirt out to wear today. I forgot. So, 2 weeks, I'll wear your shirt. My bad. But I honestly was running around and I got in. I stopped for a treat on the way home, got myself some fish and chips. So, yeah. Well, and that's, that's what I said, Jesse, is either that or just start cut down the number of stuff, do gift cards that he can email. Because it's going to be, it's getting crazy. I'm all for trying to give what I can, but like seriously, the syrup didn't really cost me anything because I gave away what I was given. So, yeah, shipping was almost $200, which is just crazy. And the farthest was the cheapest. Explain that to me. Biggest package, weighed the most, but it was almost the cheapest. Things that make you go, huh? Way into adventure. Hello, Sharon. How are you? Hopefully you're having a magnificent day. And if not, hopefully that turns around for you. You didn't get me Amazon cucumbers. You got me Amazon zucchini straight from Germany. At least I think it's German. You think I'd be able to read it. My grandfather used to try to make me speak it. That didn't go well. And then he'd take me to all German church services Christmas Eve. I got a lot out of that. Hello, everybody. I'm just trying to scroll a little bit quicker. Hey, Brenda. Backroad Hillbillies. Warm up to 0. It's not bad. It was 20 here yesterday. So what do you do? How the hell do you do the quick double it and add 32? So 20, 40 was 72 here yesterday. Not bad. I'll take it. Living Minnesota outdoors. G'day. And who did I miss? Working with Wiley. Granny's Garden. Welcome, welcome. Rebecca, look at me go. That's awesome. I was way behind, but you guys were chatting up a storm amongst one another, so that's great. Now, if I did miss something, If I did miss somebody or something, please bring it to my attention, because it was not meant in any way to look over anybody. I do see Miss Judy May Collins, and she is lurking. Such a little lurker. Hopefully you're having a blessed day, Judy May. And if you're not, hopefully you smile. Somebody tell me how inspiration click-through rate. Oh, that jumped. Where in? You know what, Lori, good luck with that. Whenever you figure it out, you will be the queen of YouTube. Because I honestly don't know what in God's name's happening recently. Yeah, I could go on and on and on and on, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pick my battles. And how much syrup did you make that? We got 40. 48, 49 gallons. It was right around the 50 gallons. It was a horrible season. We thought it was going to be a magnificent season, but there again, good old bipolar Mother Nature, you never know what she's going to do. We went into the season with probably the best setup that we could have asked for. We had the temperatures were perfect. The snowpack was good. Like, I don't know. We don't know where it went wrong. And then we had that week that went into the negative. What was it? Like -2 or 3 Fahrenheit for like a solid 8 to 9 days. Well, that should have done a full reset. That should have been enough that it pushed all the sap back down into the roots, which would have done a full reset and brought up, but it didn't. It actually killed it. We were over at the farm yesterday, and yes, chasing my calf. That little thing. There's going to be a video. This is what happens whenever a calf gets hit with 9 joules. So I don't know if I can paint the picture correctly, but you come into the barnyard and then you turn down this long road that goes to the sugar shack down through the pastures. The right hand side is the paddock where all the highlands and where all the cows are. To the left is where we have the pigs, and then just beyond where the pigs go is where we have round bales. This little brat, I knew she was out, and so Rob and I took the gator. Well, she went and hid in the round bales so that we wouldn't find her. Oh, sweet mother. We got within 15 feet, and I said to Rob, just slow down. I said, she's not there. All of a sudden, they say this is the corner. She peeks her head around to see if we're still coming to get her. Oh, yeah, she's going to be trouble. She she may end up on the supper table before, if she was bigger. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's the perfect size that she can dive through the fence. She doesn't get shocked. She might get a little lifter. Not bad. Oh, she's the devil. She's starting to teach her little sister, or no, sorry, it would be her, technically her step, same dad, different mom, her step brother, how to do it. You got to take a deep breath whenever you're around her because you just want to choke her. She has got such a personality. And I brought, now, I have people here that I trust. So I was contacted by Raymond Salt. Same one as all the big guys. They just hadn't been contacted, or they hadn't reached out to folks in Canada. Because of the Highlands, whatever, they found me, they tracked me down. They started negotiations on using their product. And so we had all this figured out, that they were going to send it the 1st of March. And I was going to take a couple samples to a good friend of mine who owns a feed store about 25 minutes away and let him test them to see if Redmond products were as good as what everybody's saying, or are they saying it because they're getting free minerals. End of February, I sent him an email. The 1st of March, I sent him an email. The middle of March, I'm like, guys, we had, negotiated that this was going to be here by the middle of March so that I could start feeding it to the cows, so that by the time fly season started, the girls would already have enough garlic in them that it should take all the fly, or a lot of the flies, away from them. No, I still haven't been contacted by them. So I got a hold of another company who, the first company was trash talking something fierce. And after looking at their product, I reached out to them. And I had to get it into the herd, so I went ahead and I bought some. I purchased. So right now, I'm not sponsored, but the new folks are half the price of Redmond salts. That's a huge savings. And this guy is just, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Ryan. I've had top notch. Man, shoot me an email. Let me know the person's name that you were talking to, and I'll send my contact a message, because I have had nothing but superior service. Um, so yeah, shoot me. Are you contacting like Melon app people? Because I've used their live chat. I know they have it. Something's not adding up, but hey, teach their own. That's why I tell everybody to try the free one first. Because if you're not going to, um, just because I like it doesn't mean you're going to like it. You know, same as StreamYard. There's people that swear by StreamYard. That's fine. There's more than enough of us to make sure everybody eats at the end of the day. Um, but I'm really shocked to hear this side. It's crazy. They want me to pay 175. So that's the 150. That's the pro one then. Like I've got the top notch one. I've got whatever you've got free, you've got, we'll say basic, and then we have the professional. I have the professional. I paid the 150 a year. Like I said, it's just like for me, it was like paying 3 months of StreamYard, but I'm going to get a free whole year out of it. But I'm so sorry, Ryan, because if I would have known that, I would have never ever recommended them to anybody. And but like I said, you are honestly the first person that I've heard this from. And if you could email me, not publicly shame anybody, that's not who I'm about, but email me the person's name that you've had such a hard time with. And I'd love to send the person. I'm not dealing with a call center person, I'm dealing with somebody that's in the office. So, so yeah, let me know, because that's unacceptable. They're trying to take over, not take over, but become a big number in the market. Well, it ain't going to happen if crap like that's happening. Well, again, sorry, sir. Chris and Larry, howdy, howdy. Ryan, hello. Judy May. I know, Brenda. I miss. It's jumping all over today, and I was on a phone call with the other phone. Oh, that's fine, Judy May. Um, yeah, I could probably go and cut my lawn right now, but I'm gonna wait and give it another week, and by then the dandelions should come up, and I've been told how to make a concoction that is very, very, very healthy for us. And it's made by the root of the dandelion. So I'm going to give it a shot. As long as it doesn't taste so disgusting that it makes me throw up, I'll try anything. And oh, I missed that, Brenda. These bead paintings are addictive. Yeah, actually, this is my first one. Um, my first one of the girls does kind of respite care for special needs fella, and he was here on Friday, and I could see him watching it. I'm like, "Do you like that, buddy?" He's like, "Yeah." So I gave him the wolf one. Man, it was beautiful. I may do it again, just so I have it for my office downstairs. But this is the one I'm on right now. I'm just about done this one. I should finish this tonight. Like you can see, there's just some numbers there, some numbers over here that still have to be filled in, and then there's a section right here that's got to be done, and a little bit of the boat. But yes, they are addictive as no tomorrow. I'm actually bringing one down east with me because if we're going to be sitting at my mother-in-law's, it'll give me something to do whenever Debbie's going through, cleaning out her closets and doing all that kind of stuff. It's just stuff that doesn't interest me. So, and I will put on my community page, and if I can have folks put it on theirs, I will not be going live on Saturday. I thought about it, but I'm traveling over 10 hours. I will have the camera. I don't know. I'm torn. I am very, very torn. As do I record here, or do I record through TikTok? I'm really, really, really torn. And yeah, that may be a last minute decision as to what I'm going to do. And again, if I have missed anything, please put it down near the bottom. Hey, LP. Put it down near the bottom and put 2 big thumbs up, and then Jesse will flag it for me, or I'll be able to see it. But I think I'm just about ready. All right, Ryan. I take that as a personal hit. I tell my friends about something. They want me to bring people over. And I tell my friends, I'm seriously not making, if I get, what is it? I think if you get everything and you dance just the right way, you get $10 if you refer somebody. I could care less if I get a dime. That's what I'm not in it for that. I'm in it to try to help my friends get to better their thing. I don't know. But if you don't want me to say anything, brother, I've forgotten what you said. I respect you for that. Oh, I know, Jesse. I'd love to be at the end of that dock overlooking the hills. Yep. I get you, my friend. All right, Judy May, you have yourself a blessed blessed day and a blessed week. I will talk to you not next Thursday, but the Thursday after. Next Thursday, I haven't canceled it yet. It depends. If I'm driving, then I will cancel it. And if not, maybe I'll just do a live from down east. We'll see. I'm sure that I'm going to go live at least 1 or 2 times. The ice is off the river, and we do have riverfront hotel room. So if there's any, I'm not sure if lobster season is open now. I am going to bring my drone because I want to see if I can get some really cool pictures. The salmon are running right now, and with the salmon running right now, as you know, they die once they spawn. The ones that make it up top, and it's very, very amazing thing to see that one fish gives up its life to give birth to 10,000 little ones or 1,000 eggs. I don't know. I don't have the exact numbers, but I just think it's very, very cool. And absolutely, No Parts Garage. Hello, hello. Welcome. Hopefully, again, everybody is doing wonderful. Kareen, front and center, please. Your nectar from Canada is on the way. It was going to cost me $45 more to have your package tracked. We're not tracking your package. So it is on the way. And you should have it. I don't know. You think I sent enough of them out today? Green. Where are you? Jesse, Tasha, Red Road, Charles, Green. There we go. So it really wasn't that bad for you, Kareem. It was $25 to ship. If I wanted it tracked, it was going to be $60 plus fuel surcharge. I said, for 2 little bottles of maple syrup, we'll take our chances. So it is on, that's not what yeah, no, $45 more to track it. It was almost 60 some dollars for those 2 little things of maple syrup. That's all it's in there. And it's packed with and it's packed with this stuff that's air. So there's nothing to the packing. So, needless to say, it's on the way, my dear. And that way there, you and Marvin cannot argue. You each have your own bottle. And seriously, whenever you first get it, take a drink. Do what the Canadians do. You want to test it, give it a bit of a shake, and then either in a shot glass, take it, and just like you're going to take a shot, whoop, down it goes. That way there, you get the maple flavor, you get the texture, and you get the smoky taste. Oh, I almost want to go over to my fridge and have myself a beverage. But you got to be Canadian and do it the proper way. And if you want some ideas, oh, just a big truck driving by. I thought there was a big truck coming in. Is it going through a war zone? Don't know. That was $45 more. It would have been it was 25 the way it is right now with fuel surcharge, which is very reasonable to go from Canada to Jamaica. But for the next one up was 50. No, 69.87 plus fuel surcharge plus tax. So it would have been roughly about $45 more. But it's not like I haven't shipped stuff to you before. It seems to get there. The same as one of the other packages going to the US. I couldn't track it because, again, it was another huge jump. Why? I have no idea. I can't figure that one out. And I just can't figure out how the Americans do their mail. Like Tasha has one of these coming. Jesse and Lisa, they have a bigger one. For Tasha's, it was almost the same price as Jesse and Lisa's. And she's only, I bet you if I threw it, she could catch it. She's not that far from me. But it's something that going across that border, I just don't understand it. It's crazy. But everybody's got it, and I'm elated. I want to see what people, and I want the truth. You know, Jesse, Lisa, I know you guys know what it is. You buy it at Costco. But yours comes out of Quebec, which is cooked or boiled over gas heat, not wood fired. So you don't get the smoky flavor off the syrup, like we put in the syrup. So that's the only difference, really. Hey, Lila, what's up? Geez, small world, Lila. For your Rochester team of the American Hockey League, the rookie of the year this year is from about 35 minutes from me. He got called up 2 or 3 times with Buffalo, scored in the NHL. This kid's the same age as my son. They 20. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That, but yeah, he plays for Rochester, which I'm like, hey, I know somebody around there. And howdy, the Isaacs, what's going on? Hopefully everything is well. If anybody would like to come up, you might want to come up now, because we are sitting at an hour, and I was going to try to cut it to an hour, but I can see how that's not working. What else have I got for today? Oh, I got a new chair. I'm probably going to do an opening of it on TikTok later on this afternoon. It's one of those, the kids, I think, call it a gaming chair. I don't know. It's big, it's comfy, and it's got like a vibrating lumbar support for us old fellas. So, yeah. I wish that food, gas, petrol, diesel, and the rest of the other things would stick low. Well, Ryan, I had a good talk with somebody that works for the federal government here. And I'm like, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, they're raising the prices. They're putting the carbon tax. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're doing this. They're doing that. I'm like, they're doing it to the wrong countries. The countries that are polluting are not, we have so many trees up here. We're negative. So if you follow what they're saying, Canada is actually in the good, but yet they want us to cut back even more. And it's like, okay, we can't. We have no option. We must heat our homes. I don't live in Texas where if, I can wear a couple extra sweaters and it's only going to be cold maybe a month out of every year. I'm 6 months both ways. Freeze my butt, sweat my butt. Freeze my butt, sweat my butt. So I just don't get this whole carbon tax thing. And I'm like, you people are shooting yourselves in the foot whenever it comes to people spending money. I said, everybody's hoarding their money right now, which is going to drive everything, all the prices up. Well, no, it should make it go the other way. I'm like, no, it's not going to go the other way, because people know that the government is going to charge more taxes. They're going to want to do this. They're going to want to do that. I said, whenever you take a snapshot of Canada, it's bigger than the US. Square miles. Goodness. Hey, ladies. Turn off YouTube.
Uh, let's see. Let me close it.
All right.
That should be good.
Yep. No, you're good now.
Okay.
What's
So
going on?
I'm supposed to be working right now.
Oh, you're working to me.
Okay.
I see nothing. I hear nothing. It's Procrastination Thursday. We're to be
Don't tell anybody.
working, but we're to be doing it slower.
Okay.
If you can get any slower than Jamaica.
You can't. You definitely
Okay.
can't.
Uh,
We're on
so what?
Jamaica time.
Well, and that's it. So what's new and exciting?
Oh, it's hot.
Oh yeah.
It's hot. Really hot. And I'm alone. LaShawna's at school. Marvin's at work.
Sounds like a perfect day.
It's not. I
No.
miss her. She'll be back soon.
So how far is her school from the house?
About 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
hmm So she has her driver pick her up in the mornings and take her back.
Okay. Now, do they have a school bus or?
No, no, you have to
Okay.
arrange your own transport.
Oh wow.
We don't do school buses here. The
No.
schools, the schools would have to do that on their own. The government ministry doesn't get involved in that.
Wow. Again, this is what I like about YouTube. You get to learn different cultures and stuff that we take for granted over here.
Yeah,
You you guys just that's just everyday.
it's just life.
That's it. It's just life
So
over there.
you do have like groups of parents getting together, and then they would arrange with a bus. So you
Okay.
have a few of those. So people who are outside of the town, they arrange with a bus, and the bus takes the kids to and from.
Okay.
But like ours now, our driver that takes Lashana, he does take a lot of other kids too. So he has a schedule that he should keep to, but it's Jamaica time. So it is what it is.
It's okay, man. You take your time, man.
Uh, unless it's really late and then they mark her absent. Yeah,
Oh, he's late going to school.
yeah,
That could be an issue.
it could. It is.
What does he do? Stop and do his groceries or?
Well, he has other drop offs to make in the morning, so I guess he's overdoing it.
Wow. Now, so she's in primary right now. How
Mhm.
far is like the high school? Or is it like the same spot for all the way up?
There's a high school like 2 minutes away from her prep
Oh,
school
okay.
now, so yeah. But depending on where she passes for when she does the entry exams, she'll go to a
Okay.
different school probably.
Oh, wow.
So when
Okay.
she gets to the sixth grade, we would choose now which schools we would want to send her to. From I think we get five choices, and
Okay.
then depending on how well she does, she'd get like her first or second or third, whatever choice. So
Okay.
then she'd go to that school.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that's all like within your town or city.
Yeah, even the ones that are a little bit out of the ways, you can get transport to take them,
Okay.
but you have to make arrangements yourself.
And you don't get like reimbursed for that. It's
Who
totally out
will
of.
reimburse you, Scott? No, our government.
Well, no, I just, like again,
No.
it's
Mm-mm.
something that's unheard of here. Like school is just offered unless I think if you live within a kilometer of the school here, then you have to walk. But
Oh,
any more than a kilometer, and it's up to the government to get my child to school.
mm-mm. They were starting something like that before, but I'm not sure how well that's working out. Probably
Okay.
for more of the urban areas, Kingston and Montego Bay, maybe.
Okay. But because you're smaller, there's just no way that they
Hmm.
would do it. I see. And I'm just trying to see who Jesse said hello.
Hello, Jesse.
Lila's saying hello.
Hi,
Miss
everybody.
Brett, Miss Bradshaw saying hello. And Rambo Greenhands said Jamaica have a different idea.
We do. So you have to be self-sufficient, basically. You can't really rely on these authorities.
Okay, so, well, you know what? Sometimes that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
You know, that's happening far too much over here that people are becoming too dependent on governments. And my personal opinion is there's a time and a place for a government. It's not in everybody's day. And that's coming from an elected official.
So
So
yeah,
I don't know. It just, there's a time and a place, and, they should, yeah. I got to really be careful on how I say it. But, it just, yeah. I'd like to have your system and mix it with ours, and
yeah,
it,
because if you are gonna wait for them, then you'll be waiting forever.
okay, I see what you're saying.
Because
So,
even here, like on the street where we live, as I told you, we don't have any street number or anything like that. But when the road is really bad, like the drivers on the road, like the taxis and whoever, they are the ones who collect funds from people who use the road to fix it. Because if you wait on the authorities, you can't drive that way. They do fix it now and then, but they wait till it gets really bad.
okay,
So
okay,
we are used to that. It's like a way of life here. You just do, you don't ask questions, you just get your stuff together and do it.
yeah. So now, do you have to pay to send the kids to school, or is that free?
Well, education is free here as long as they're in a government school. Luciana is not in a government school, she's in a private school.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay,
So it should be free, but you do have to pay something. It
okay,
was it was less expensive to send them to school before it was free. Now that is free, it's costing more. Yes, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, before when we had to pay like school fees, even in the public schools, it
yeah,
cost less than it does now when it's supposed to be free.
yeah. Well,
But
that's even over here. Like our our municipalities collect the money for schools. Everybody can choose where they want their money to go to, uh,
oh,
but we do not fund private schools.
mhm.
It's either public, Roman Catholic. Um, those are the two big ones. Are and then you have the French board as well. So I guess there's three different choices that you can pick on your property tax to have your
Oh,
school portion go to
we don't
either.
get that option.
Okay,
Mhm. So
so
it just goes. Your money just goes wherever. Your taxes
Yeah.
just go wherever, basically.
Yeah. Okay, Lila, bye. She's got a bad connection, so she's got to go.
So in our system, the private schools, especially with COVID, well, that thing, they could have applied for grants and stuff like that to get some help. So they were offering
Okay.
them that, but it's not a regular thing.
Okay.
They do because there aren't enough government schools to, what would you say now, to serve everybody. Then
Okay.
they encourage people with the private operations. So they do have grants and stuff like that. So when the private schools were going under because the parents couldn't pay the fees and all of that with what was going on, they did offer them some grants. So thankfully, her school was able to remain open.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, Jesse has a question. How hard is it to purchase property in Jamaica?
Not very. Once you have somebody who knows what they're doing, you could go through an agent. When we were purchasing this property, we didn't. But the person
Okay.
who we did it with was more experienced and had the connections. But I guess if you're dealing with somebody like the blind leading the blind, it could be difficult. Yeah, it's not very long as you have your money. Money moves things a lot faster in Jamaica.
Okay. So tipping
Makes it
moves
move faster. Yeah. When
a
the
little
hands are greased,
smoother.
yeah, they call it grease the palm. So you have to grease the palm of the officials or whoever.
Yeah, yeah. I I yeah, it's just all stuff that I've heard about it, but I've really not processed that. Like if that ever happened here, dear
Mm-hmm.
God, I'd end up in jail. Like there's just no questions. I'm not even allowed to take anything over $30
Mm-mm.
without declaring it.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's one resident that always drops us off a bottle of wine every Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
They've done it since before I was on council, and like the little old lady, that's how she says thank you to the people that run her community.
Yeah.
She buys us a little bottle of wine, and that's it. Well, that bottle of wine is over $30. So I, under the um, tribunal, whatever, I've got to declare that through the head of our township, our CAO, and say, I got a bottle of wine. I don't know the exact amount, but I do believe that it was above $30.
Mm-hmm.
She'll mark it down that we did, say that we got this.
Oh wow.
That's, oh yeah, no. Now, does it happen? I've heard stuff, yes, more necessarily south of me
Mm-hmm.
than what that does up here, but it happens everywhere, right?
Okay.
G'day, Kevin. How are you, buddy? And Laura, I saw you come in there whenever Kareen was talking, but howdy, howdy, howdy. Hope everything's good down your new neck of the woods. And what was I going to say? Hey, Darren. Um, so yeah, I'm thinking in about a week and a half,
Mm-hmm.
every couple days if Marvin's around town, just go check because if this stuff sits
For
in
too
like
long.
hot weather, it will spoil. Um, it would have to be for a substantial amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if
Well, our,
it's
our our post office, they will store your packages inside where there's air conditioning, so it should be
okay,
fine.
so there is
It's
air
not like it's sitting
conditioning and
outside in a PO box or anything like that.
okay, okay.
Because
Well,
whenever I
no,
go
that
to pick up, they just keep it right inside where they keep the rest of the meals. So
okay.
yeah.
Well, yeah, no, as long as it's air conditioned in there, then yeah, you'll be fine.
One of the few perks of going to the post office for the air conditioning and the goodies, not the bills.
So, do you not have AC at the house?
Yes, we do, but it's
Okay.
not throughout. It's not throughout. So in bedroom, yeah.
Okay.
The
Okay.
electric bill that would come at the end of the month would shock you to death.
Really?
Yeah,
Now, what do you pay roughly? You know?
roughly. Wow, I can't put that into words. Ours, what we because Marvin and I we do try to conserve a lot. So even though
Yeah.
we run our AC, their energy saver, what do you call it, inverter, and so is our fridge, and we use gas
Okay.
for cooking. We hardly ever use a microwave and stuff. So it's like $100 for our yeah for our electric. Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's a okay. Well,
It
no,
depends on
because
where you are. It could be a lot, it could be a little. It
yeah,
depends on where you are in the world. But
like
all right, let me compare it. For like my mom's, I think I paid the last time I paid her bill, it was around $30. Yeah, US. Yeah, for their electric. So they're using way less. So it depends. Other persons who do air conditioning and stuff like that could be paying upwards of 200, 300, 400. It depends. So the larger homes with the more luxurious stuff, they could be paying like 1,000 US. So yeah, it varies. So you're not gonna get a flat rate, or you know that your bill is gonna be like two
yeah.
hundred dollars every month. Mm-mm. It depends. And it used to be higher, but they actually
Wow.
changed our meters out. So once they changed the meter out, we got way less. So I don't know what was happening with that.
Okay. Well,
So that's why, like in the
I
days,
I've got a
no AC. I open all the windows, open
see.
the doors. Yeah,
Okay.
I ain't gonna run that thing in the
See,
day.
I've got a 5 bedroom house. Like it's not huge,
Hmm.
but I I think we're only about 150 a month, and our AC stays on 24/7. It's either the furnace is on or the AC is on.
But the thing about that 100 US
And
dollars Pat, is that is it's less than what other people in our situation would be paying.
okay, yeah, yeah.
But it's just that
So
we
Julie just said,
limit.
okay, her electric bill in Utah last month was $380.
Oh, y'all are paying for heat and all of that stuff. We don't pay for that. We
Well,
don't,
that
we don't
yeah,
use heat. Yeah. So I guess that would run that bill up.
well that's it. You would pay quite a you know. Um, Sheepy said that they pay 137 Canadian.
Hmm.
So yeah, like I
And
said,
then the thing about it
mine's
is,
about
like, when
125,
I'm,
135, something like that. But like I said, it's I've got two kids that are living here that don't know that the light switch goes on and off, and you know, um, there's 5 people minimum having showers, and yeah, that's crazy.
well, the
Like
only
that's
thing that
really
we,
high.
but the only thing that we would run on our electric is the fridge and the AC with the fan that we hardly use. My laptop, basically, yeah. We don't use a lot of electricity, but if we were to use the AC during the days, I guess that would double, triple, quadruple.
So you'd almost be best to save money and go solar because you
Yeah,
get so much sun
yeah.
that you
Even
guys
where
would
we
be
are, the windmills, yeah,
okay.
we have a lot of that, yeah. Because where we live is quite windy.
I was going to say you're up on a hill, correct? Because I remember if Marvin shoots looking away from your house, it's quite a drop.
Yeah, we're up on a hill.
Okay.
So the sun hits us. Bam! First thing in the
Yeah.
morning. Hmm.
Just whenever you want to sleep in and hello, Mr. Sunshine is here.
Yep. At
That's
like 5:30 in the morning, the sun is up, and it's
yeah.
time to get up.
Well, but over there, you'd want to get up early, get all your work done, so that in the heat of the day,
Before
you
it,
were. That's it.
yeah.
You know.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
That's. I'm just trying, because you hear Jamaica, it's so relaxed, it's cheaper, or what we are led to believe is that it's cheaper. Like how much would you pay for a residential lot over there? I think I'm
Uh,
sure that'll be coming up here shortly. How much is property?
uh, I think the last quarter acre I saw was about 3 million Jamaican, so that's about 20,000 US for a quarter acre.
Wow.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, about 20K for a quarter
So
acre.
it's really not that much less for
It's
property than what
it's
it is
dependent.
over here.
It's dependent. That's for our area. It's depending on where you want to go. If you want to go more rural, more bush, bush, you could pay way less. But
Okay.
and then you would step up for the more expensive properties, gated communities, and stuff like that, closer to the major cities. You pay way more.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Because now,
obviously.
now, I've been looking at some real estate channels and stuff. It's like a 500,000. They're quoting the prices in US now because Jamaicans ain't no way we're gonna stay here and buy that. So
Yeah.
they are reaching out to US residents, Canadians and stuff. So they're quoting the prices in US and Canadians like a 500,000, quarter of a million, hmm for an ordinary house. It's
Oh,
dependent on where you wanna go.
well, it's honestly it is the housing prices over here is stupid. Like we bought our house that we're in here, and yeah, we've done some work to it over the years, but 20 years ago roughly, yeah, about 20 years, 19 and a half years ago, we bought this house for 142, and I would start a bidding war at
Hmm.
550 right now. My house should go between 6 and 7, and it's
Hmm.
nothing to write home at. It's a 5 bedroom, 1 acre land, like, you
Yeah,
know,
housing prices are crazy.
yeah.
Right now, if you live and you work, say you're a government worker here, you can't borrow money. We borrow money to build from the housing trust, National Housing Trust, and one person can't borrow enough to build a house or buy property, nothing. So you have to group together. So they're allowing like three persons to group together
Yeah.
to purchase land or house. So it's crazy.
Well, I know that the Asians,
Hmm.
they've been doing that for centuries, like three generations under the same roof
Hmm.
just to be able to afford something over there. Well, whenever they move to Canada or the US, they do the same thing here.
But the thing is, that's
They
what's
have,
happening here because you can get a 40-year mortgage. So you know that you can't work enough in your lifetime to pay a 40 years. So your child would come and they'd be the one to finish paying off the mortgage for you.
yeah, yeah,
Yep. And then
that's
the child who does that would be the one to get the house.
okay.
I know of situations like that. The parents borrow the money, the child grows up, starts working, they're the ones who they borrow additional loan from the NHT and then they add to the house and they take over the mortgage. But we didn't go that
Wow.
route. We didn't go that
Well, no,
route.
you guys did it. You guys worked your ass off to get what you got. And that, for those of you that don't know Karina and Marvin's story, go back and watch all their videos. You'll get it. But
Oh,
it you guys busted your rump for everything, you know?
yeah.
And I honestly, that's the way that, you know, you did it the right way.
Yeah, we
And,
think so because we're debt free.
well, you're debt free with a heck of a lot of income sitting around you right now. Like, you could sell that house for a half decent amount of money.
We could.
And, but again, like everybody's like, well, I'm going to sell my house, blah, 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 blah. Okay, where are you going to go?
That's it.
Because, yeah, you're going to get a substantial amount of money for your house, but
Where you gonna go when you sell?
everybody else is going to get a substantial amount of money for their house. So unless you're going to go farther out, which we were looking at, we were looking at selling here and moving down east and going to be right on the Atlantic Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And, it would have been moving down for us. Like, uh, well, there was 3 properties that I was looking at. It was under one sale. So there was where the house is. Then there was a lot beside it with a well, septic. They did have a little cottage on there, but it burnt.
Oh.
But apparently the well and septic are still perfect. So, like I said to Debbie, well, we can just drop like a mini home or something on there and rent it out as an Airbnb. And on the other side of the road, there's another half acre that I could have built a garage and kept
Wow.
all the toys in. 250,000 is all they wanted for it.
Really?
We would have been debt free
Mm-hmm.
with a beautiful home, walk out of the front door, or I guess it would be the back door, but you've got the Miramichi River flowing in front of you. You look to the right, that's the Atlantic Ocean.
Wow.
Like, oh, it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But and then the kids are like, we're not sure if we want to leave where we are now. Well,
Uh-huh.
we want to be in our kids' lives. We want to be in our grandkids' lives. So, moving 10 hours, 12 hours away is not something we want to do.
Mm-mm.
So,
I get it.
if the kids said that they wanted to move down there, oh, we'd be gone in a heartbeat. This house, this house would be up for sale. Well, like I said to Debbie, if I'm sitting at home staring at a farmer's field across the road, or they're going to fill it with houses now,
Mm-hmm.
or we move down there and I sit
Look
out
at the ocean.
and look at the water.
Mm-hmm.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, but the
But
kids win.
oh, Jesse has another question here. Can Americans buy property there in Jamaica, and is it cheaper in the hills rather than the valleys?
Hmm. I don't know about the price range, but it depends on which hills and which valleys, where they are, which parish or whatever they're in. Because if you go, yes, anybody can purchase land here. We welcome everybody. I guess unless you're some sort of
That's
black
if you can move that slow,
but
Jesse.
anybody can because they are encouraging it actually. So they're quoting in the US dollars, so they're encouraging US residents to purchase. So like areas
They're
like
trying to get more
Otorias, yeah, Otorias and Kingston, the more gated places, those are more expensive. So those are the touristy areas, Montego Bay and stuff. Those properties would be more expensive, but they do have retail, not retail, um, real estate channels on YouTube. I don't remember what her name is. I could send you an email with one of them who does it. They cater for international people. I think her name is Claudia Davis, but I don't remember her channel name off my head. So I'm gonna send you the info, Jesse. Oh, my battery is dying.
So Uncle Jesse's gonna buy is gonna buy the house, and then we'll all go over.
Give
Yeah,
me a second.
we'll all go over and
Yeah,
party
because
in Jamaica.
the thing is that a lot of people from the US are purchasing houses and they do Airbnb, and then when they are ready, they
Mm,
can have some. Oh, yeah. And then
true.
everybody comes and book down in Jamaica, and then you have your Airbnb back to make money from to pay your mortgage.
Well, and it's a good thing too for Jamaica because it's infusing different money into the country.
Yeah. But who's getting it? Those who already have it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But
But then, but then
you
but
look
then
at it
again,
this way.
Uncle Jesse, you have the option of purchasing land, and then you have Marvin, the builder, who can make a house for you.
There you go.
There you go. And he does
Now,
everything.
well, yeah, that man is he does some darn good work too. Like
Yeah.
just what he's allowed us to see. Like I just shook my head how they do cement. Like if I was to hire somebody in Canada and say, "Yeah, you're going to carry cement in 5 gallon pails," they'd throw the 5 gallon pail at me and tell me where to stick it.
But the thing about it, Scott, is that a lot of the young men don't want to work anymore. So it's getting harder and harder to find them. Yeah.
Well,
But most people now, when they have a lot of concrete work to do, they just get a mixing truck, just come and pour it, and you
yeah.
settle it, and that's it.
Well, and that's it. Where Marvin, and now does he own his own business or does he work for somebody?
No, he works for himself.
Okay.
He does it himself. He's been doing this for like 15 years or more than 15 years. I'm closer to 20 years, I think. Yeah.
So how many guys does he have on his crew? Like,
He does hire as he
oh,
needs.
okay,
So
just
it's
as he
not
needs.
like, yeah. So as he needs them, he calls them in. They work with several other people. So it's like freelance, basically.
Okay, so if you've got a
Yeah.
big job, you
He
better
doesn't
book
employ them,
ahead.
yeah. So if he needs like 5 guys, he'll call in 5 guys. If he needs 10 people, he'll call in 10 people. But a lot of his work, he doesn't really need a crew for that. Like he does tiling and all of that stuff. Plumbing, he doesn't need a big crew, so he just take on one or two apprentices and that's it. But
Awesome.
if he's gonna start a big project, he'll call in the crew.
Oh, Jesse said, "Thank you, Kareen. I'm going to buy a house right next to your garden." Oh dear God, could you
Oh
imagine
dear.
that?
Oh wow.
The neighborhood's going to hell in a handbasket. Jesse's moving in.
Uncle Jesse, there is a property close by that we have our own. We've been watching that. So who knows? It's really
Wow.
close. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
it's close to where you are right now.
there are a little while ago there were some lots for sale, not too far from where we are. But I think all of those sold out because they don't even go on the market. They're sold out. So it
Wow.
doesn't, once you're here, you have to move. So, like, if you're interested, you have to get your stuff together because cash talks. Cash is king.
I
So, a lot of
suppose.
these people is like returning residents. So, they work their whole lives in the States, in Canada, in England, and then they purchase and come home. So, they're
Yeah.
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 Because it's difficult for a Jamaican working. Probably they'll be doing the same jobs they're coming to the US or wherever to do. They're not going to get as much money if they do the same jobs here. So they prefer to travel. make the money, come back and build.
Well, that's it. Like, you have a house builder like Marvin. I have two or three buddies that do what I call general construction.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like they have a minimum of 10-guy crew, and they're usually putting up two houses at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's walking away with 175,000 at least once to twice a year. So they make pretty good
They
money
make
over
pretty
here.
good money. Mm-hmm.
But right now, because it costs so much money to build over here right now, that's an issue. For a
Yes.
one 2x4, buddy
Yep.
of mine, well, over at the farm, we wanted to put in another. We wanted to expand inside so that we could put the uh, bacon seeds
Mm-hmm.
inside until they got a little bit bigger. One 2x4 was $10.
So if it's $10 there, can you imagine what we're paying for it out here?
Well, that's it. So he did get a um, not a bandsaw, but like a uh, oh my god, um, to cut the wood.
Is it a
Tony and
table
Joni
top?
won.
Oh,
No,
it's a
the
mill.
mill,
The mill.
mill. He got a mill, so that's our project here. Probably as soon as I get home, is we've got to get the mill going, and we're just going to start making our own lumber
Yep.
to do projects around the farm because it's
Because
crazy.
a lot of
Now,
people, there's a lot of construction taking place in Jamaica right now. I can tell you that because I see the trucks and all of that passing, but it's not from people who are actually living here. It's from people overseas
yes,
because the
same
price of
as
everything is even steel right now. Steel prices are ridiculous.
yeah,
Cement prices have gone away. Wait, not to mention the lumber.
yeah. Well, the houses across the street, they started out at 535. That was a
Hmm.
year and a half ago. The subdivision sold out, built out. The last house is going up right now,
Hmm.
and they're now paying 738. 200,000 the houses went up in a year and a half.
Yep, I believe that.
That's a pretty good return on investment
Yep.
over a short period of time.
And the thing is, I work with people who do real estate in the US, and it's crazy. It's
Mm,
crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
yeah. Well, are you a chartered accountant or you just work with
No,
money? Okay.
I prefer not to work with people's money, but it's unavoidable sometimes. Yeah.
That's it.
When I was working for other people, which I hated, I
Yeah.
did deal with a lot of accounting stuff. Not for me,
Okay.
because they will try to get you in trouble.
Oh,
And if you don't cover your
money
tracks,
is
yep,
money is the root of all evil.
yep.
So, but yeah, so that was nice of you to pop up and say hello today.
Yep.
Usually you're hit and miss if you can even come on, but it was
Yeah,
nice
because
to.
I'm usually on the clock in the days because I have to make those hours before Lish comes from school. And she's
Yeah.
due back in about an hour and a half from now.
Okay.
So I have to get in
So
that.
now what would your private schools run you? Like over here, you've got private schools that cost families 15,000, and you
Mm.
have private schools that cost them $1,000.
You do have private
Like,
schools. You do have private schools in Jamaica that cost you thousands of US dollars.
oh,
Tell
okay.
thousands of US dollars. But
Yeah.
our school's not that. It's about midway because you have schools that pay way less, and you have ones
Okay.
that pay way more. So ours
Sure.
is like midway. So what did we pay this term? This term was like, you gonna laugh. It was like, what did we pay again? Let me work it out in US. It's about 300 US dollars. It's 300? Yeah, per term. So it's like 1,000 for the year, basically 1,000 for the year.
Well, that's not bad.
No, it's not
Now,
bad. There are
now,
people here. There are people here who can't afford that.
oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. You're
yeah.
you're blessed to be able to do that. And it's the
And
same as here.
her granddad helps out with that.
Well, so now does she get a better education at
Well,
a
yeah.
private school, or is it just because it's lower numbers that she'd get more of a one-on-one?
Well, the
Like
quality,
why
in my
what would
opinion,
drive you to send her to school?
yeah, she
Like a
does get a
private
better,
school.
she does get a better quality, in my opinion. But the
Okay.
public schools are really stepping up. But
Okay.
for her school, they get exposed earlier to a lot of stuff like foreign languages and technology and all of that. They do get exposed from the start school. So she started this school when she was 3. So they do
Wow.
take them, yeah, they do take them before 3, as long as they're potty trained and all of that, they will take them.
Okay.
So she started Spanish class from kindergarten. They do extracurricular stuff that the public schools don't really offer. So like
So
swimming
she's
and all of that.
so she's got three languages already. Jamaican.
Jamaican English and Spanish. Well, she's not so
Yeah.
good on her Spanish, but I guess once
Well,
since they've started back now going to physical school, she should be getting more of that.
but she'll get more one-on-one, she'll get some better teaching, but
Hmm.
like that's
And then
how
again,
old is she again?
she's 6.
6, and
Mhm.
can somewhat speak three languages. That
Basically.
that blows me away.
And then again, Scott, even the security of it, the private schools do offer better security. So
Okay.
especially when
That
they are younger, because they do like to run.
yes.
So yeah.
I just didn't want to bring that up. I just didn't, I know there's issues with security and all that kind of things over there. So I just, yeah, didn't know how much you wanted to put out. So that's
I
why I
put
kind of
almost
left that one
anything
off
out
the table.
there. I put almost everything out there.
Okay.
So yeah.
So yes, like for those of you that don't know, there's a lot of illegal stuff.
Yep. The
Kind
nappings
of.
and all of that. The nappings.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were terrified of the nappings. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Mm. So when we
Just to
first
try to
started,
get
when we
money.
first started her, that was one of the main issues why we even chose that particular school, because there was another one that is less expensive and it is close by as well, but that school was more secure.
Okay.
Mhm.
So do they have like armed security there, or is it more like
That's not really armed security because our area where we live is not, we don't really have that type of stuff happening, so they don't have armed guards, but there's
okay,
lockdown. It's locked down. The school is locked down.
okay,
So yeah, and it's not like other places where anybody can just walk in and pick up. No, you can just
yeah,
walk in off the road and pick up kids and all of that. You have to go to the office. You have to present your ID, and the parents have to be notified and all of that stuff. Yeah.
good. Well, there's
So
nothing
they
wrong with
basically
that.
have it. They have them on lockdown.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, even the house, like if people have seen their videos, Korean Marvin, it's like Fort Knox.
You have to.
Yeah. Well, and that's the different cultures, right?
Yeah, because the thing is, even if you do call for help, chances are you're not gonna get it in time. So you have to secure your
Uh,
own stuff. Yeah.
okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. It's a
So
little
there, you might call and
lower.
you hear that there's no car available, or everyone is out, or whatever, what have you. You just don't see anybody, so you have to secure yourself.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. And Jesse had another question. How much is diesel and gas in Jamaica?
Oh boy, I don't use any of that stuff. So I'll use gas for the mower, the waka that Marvin uses. I think the last time I bought it was $900 for a gallon, so that's $6 per gallon for 90 gasoline. I know that diesel is more expensive, so
Yeah,
yeah,
you probably add an extra.
$6 a gallon, Uncle Jesse.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, still cheaper than Canada, Jesse. Let's put some floats on the bottom of the RV.
Why not? I'm not sure what the diesel
Hey,
prices
I've seen crazier stuff. I just don't know how we're going to get diesel to get us across. That's all. Because I hear there's not very many petrol stations between Canada and Jamaica.
are. They don't have the floating ones for you, Scott. All right.
No, no, no. What else is there? Free. Oh, Nisi, how are you? Thank you. And I think that's all the questions there is for you.
Yay, the interview's over.
Pretty
I feel
much.
like it's at a press conference. Uncle Jesse
Now,
asking all the questions.
yeah. Now we'll have Marvin on someday, and
If
you
you can
guys can
catch him.
ask him the same questions. I'll guarantee nobody will know what the hell he's talking about except for me.
Oh, you need an interpreter for that man. He
Well,
loves his Jamaican.
he gets so excited and he just starts going and it's half Jamaican and half English and
You have to have your ears on. The Jamaican ears.
yeah, yeah. I know there's some people who went. I had no idea what he said, and I'm like, well, he said blah 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 blah. How in God's name did you get that out of what he said? I'm like, I don't know. I just
You've been watching for a while, so you've got your
I
ears
have.
on.
I have. I've been watching pretty much since the get go. So I get
I try
Marvin.
to repeat. I try to repeat what he says in English, but sometimes it just. Sometimes even I don't understand what he's saying. To be honest, it goes so fast. I can't keep up.
Yeah, and Jesse said no one will ever be able to understand his street lingo.
Oh, you will. It's just gonna take you a bit of time. Scott catches on really quick. That's it.
Well, yeah, Mike uh, from MT Homestead, he's like, Kareen, no problem. Marvin, I haven't got a damn not a damn idea what he's saying. And I'm like, honestly, you
You
just
should.
gotta
You
slow it
you
down in
should
your
hear his
mind.
dad. You
Yeah.
should hear his dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is funny. But even now, Lashana, when she first started school, they were thinking that she wasn't from Jamaica because of the way she spoke. And then I told her, no, she's Jamaican. She's born here. She's never left the country. And then after she started interacting with the students, she came home with a little bit of Jamaican. And then even now, when she speaks Jamaican, it's hilarious. It's the funniest thing ever because it's like a US citizen trying to speak Jamaican. It's funny. She has no accent. She has, oh my God. Sometimes I look at her and say, are you even Jamaican, child? Are you behaving like that?
Well, if you're not sure, then we've got issues.
Well, you sure? Her dad is sure, but I'm not sure where she came from. Because even when we are in the house and we be chatting the straight
Yeah,
patois, she's like, Queen Elizabeth. Hmm. And she corrects us too.
good.
She's like, no, daddy, that's not how you say it.
Oh, you can tell she's going to be a spirited individual.
She is.
She is not going to let anybody away with anything.
Oh, mm-mm.
I love it. And she's got that straight face, too. She can hold it.
But the thing is, she's very smart. You see, at school, she is a completely different person. When she
Wow.
gets home, it's
All kids are like that, though, right? Like, and
the difference is, Scott, it is amazing the difference with this child. Because if I go to school right now and I show the teacher what she's up to, no one believes it.
but you know what? That goes to show that she had great parenting because whenever you're not around,
She's good.
she's absolutely. And that right there shows what kind of parenting she's had, that she knows how to act, but whenever she's home, she knows that she can get away with bloody murder.
She does.
Right,
Yep,
Kareen?
yep. She knows that she's a smart girl.
Yeah. And let's face it, the kids know what they can get away with and what they can't get away with.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their whole mission, is to
She
push our
pushes it.
buttons.
She pushes it. She really pushes it. Especially with her dad. She pushes it. And she pushes him right to the edge and then she stops.
Well, she probably got daddy wrapped around her little finger, too.
Oh boy. He's a puppy doggy.
He's a good man.
Until he gets real mad and she hears that voice and she knows too.
Oh, okay.
It's the
Whenever
voice.
whenever
Sometimes
the
I get
voice.
the voice too. The voice? Yep.
Oh, I love it. I
And
love it.
when you hear that voice, you know you should, whatever you're doing, just stop it.
Sheepy, 100%. I wasn't going to say that, but I agree 1,000,000%. She's just like her mama.
I've heard it. I believe it. I'll take that one because she looks nothing like me. So
Um,
she has to give something.
so, Tim, Rambling of the Brooms, Jesse needs a Terra Winds amphibious RV, drive on land or water. It's only 850,000.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
that way there, he would only have to spend 20,000 on a lot, and he could park it wherever he goes. He could go to Jamaica all winter. Whenever it starts to warm up, he can go to the States, do his business that he's got to do there, and whenever it starts getting too hot in Texas, he can come up to Canada.
He can.
And then he can bail back over to Jamaica.
That would
But
be
the only
nice.
problem is he'd need one of those gas trailers floating behind him with about 1,000 gallons of diesel to get
Oh my
across
god.
the
And who covered
ocean.
that? Who covered that diesel bill?
Well, yeah, let's say if you're spending $850,000 on an RV, you're not too worried about diesel.
I guess not. Well, you could
You're not
always
re-
take pictures with you.
you're not really too overly concerned about it. But all right, before Kareen's got to go back to work, anybody got any last questions? She's kind of an open book.
Kind of. Book is open. The pages are gone. In this breeze, all the pages are gone. The book wide open.
Pretty much. Pretty
Yeah.
much. But I appreciate you. Actually, today I really had not a whole lot. I had to say thank you to Joe for sending me the seeds, and that was. Then I really didn't have a whole lot to do, and then you popped in and you
Yeah, the
took over it
Jamaican
for me.
segment. Yep.
That's great. Um, yes, exactly, Sheepy. Yeah, it'd be much easier and cheaper to purchase a house in every location than an $850,000 RV.
Yep.
Absolutely. But alrighty, well, yes, like you say, we're now over 2 hours, so
Yeah, it's time to go.
I've pretty much procrastinated an hour more than I wanted to.
So have I.
I'm thinking that's pretty much a win-win.
Not for me. I'm
No, well,
procrastinating.
no, that just means you got to work a little harder. That's all.
Yep. I don't want to.
And then you got, hubby's going to be home soon too, or is
Yep.
he at a pretty busy job today? Or
He should be home in about 3 hours.
oh,
About
okay.
4. Uh-huh. And the Shan is gonna be
And
home
what's
in an hour. And so
okay?
the school's out at 2:30. So yeah.
2:30, and then however long for her driver to get her home.
It's like 10 minutes at the most.
Oh,
Yeah.
if it's a good day, absolutely. By the sounds of them.
If he's feeling Jamaican, it's probably closer to a half an hour. But he's
So how
reliable. We do know him well, so yeah.
well, and that's as long as he's reliable and the kids are safe. So what if he goes on an adventure?
Yep. She likes the adventure too.
Exactly. Exactly.
And sometimes he
But
does a little bit of dropping off before he gets to her. 'Cause
yeah,
there's a lot of
sheepy.
road. Hmm.
Okay. I don't think she's going to be able to charge overtime to catch up. I think she's going to have to eat this one. Whenever you work for yourself, you don't get paid overtime.
Nope.
Be lucky if you get paid straight time.
Uh-uh. You don't work, you don't get paid.
Exactly. But
Hmm.
all right, my dear. Well, again, I appreciate you,
No problem, Uncle Scotty.
and I can't wait for you guys to try the syrup.
I think
You're
we
gonna
should
have
try
to.
it. I think we should. You'll get the honest reaction that way.
Yeah, yeah. So absolutely, shoot me an email, and we'll hype it up and see if we can't. Because seriously, you don't know what's coming. Like
Mm-mm.
you
I have no
have
idea.
no idea what maple syrup is.
Mm-mm.
So
Never had it.
we tried to explain it the best of our abilities. It's a sweet, thick, amazing tasting, uh, you know, yeah, like something that we take for granted so
Yeah.
much that like you guys are like, and what does it taste like? And
Mm-hmm.
I actually had to stop that night and go, well, have you ever had this? No. Oh crap. All right. It's like, well, it's really, well, it's not even like, a lot of people they don't like sweet stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but they like maple syrup.
Oh.
It's sweet. It's a good sweet. It's not a like, rot your teeth out kind of sweet.
Because
But
I don't like honey, so I don't know. But somebody said it's nothing like honey. It's probably close to the texture, but the taste
not
is
even
completely
close.
different.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Taste is completely different. Texture is completely different. Yeah, like
But that
like honey, like that. That's almost like water,
mm-hmm.
but it's
Oh.
not. It's very thick. Like you see how it's staying on there. That's how thick it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's now there's Debbie. She doesn't like it.
Oh.
But and
So how
and
do your most like it?
oh,
Lashana
I'm
loves stuff. Yeah.
oh, Lachelle, if she like, have you ever had pancakes?
She does not like pancakes.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Because that's the cliche thing that people have with maple syrup is pancakes
Mm-hmm.
or um, peanut butter and um, peanut butter on toast, and then you
Mm-hmm.
dip your toast in it. A lot of people do that.
She doesn't like she doesn't like a lot of stuff. She doesn't like bread. She only recently started eating like sandwiches and stuff. She didn't eat bread at all.
There's
She
nothing
didn't
wrong with
eat
that.
mashed potatoes. Nope. This past Easter is
Yes,
like the first time she's enjoying buns, Easter bun.
hot
You know,
cross buns.
bun? Yeah, like spiced bun. Hmm.
Yeah,
It's a
um,
texture thing.
yeah,
Even
like
even
Jesse's.
the, even the pudding, she didn't eat it. The pudding that Marvin made, the sweet potato pudding,
Yeah.
she didn't like it at all, and it was
Wow.
really good. Nope, she had one taste of it. It's a
Oh,
texture thing for her.
so if you like sweet potatoes, what I do is, well, I think I've already just put up a video about it, or it's going to
Mhm.
come up. But sweet potato fries with bacon and then drizzled with maple syrup on top.
That sounds
That is
good,
to die for.
but we're not really
And
a bacon eating type of people. Shock of all shocks, we don't eat bacon. Like I like it. Like if I'm having a burger, I'll order extra bacon, but to go to the store and pick up a package of bacon. Mm-mm,
really,
mm-mm.
hmm. Now is that a Jamaican culture thing? Like people don't eat a whole lot of pork, bacon,
We
or
eat pork. I grew up not eating pork actually, but Marvin eats pork, and I've never heard him talk about bacon like that.
okay,
So they mostly stew, jerk, and all of that. But there is bacon available. I've bought it before, but it's not really a thing.
okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
And
And
over
then like
here,
pancakes
that's
and
a
stuff,
that's a
we don't.
food group. Bacon is its own food group over here.
I like it, but if I'm out and having a burger or something, I'll order it. Or they do serve a really good egg, bacon, cheese, egg type thing. But
Okay.
to just have eggs and bacon, nope. Eggs, bacon, toast, not really our thing.
Wow.
But boiled
There you go.
dumplings and yam and banana, that's what you get for breakfast here in Jamaica.
Okay.
So you go to a cook
Hmm.
shop or a restaurant or whatever, you boil dumplings, yam, banana, and stew chicken. That's breakfast. So like the workmen
Wow.
going out, what they have for breakfast.
Hmm. That's wow.
Different, yeah.
Well, yeah. And Jesse just kind of threw me off guard here. Have I ever tried maple syrup on poutine? That's gross.
I don't even know what poutine is. I've
Oh
heard
dear
about it.
God. Poutine is French fries
Uh-huh,
with a brown gravy,
uh-huh.
and instead of like, it's got to be the cheese curds. It's got to be
I've
the
never had
big.
cheese curd.
Well, if you've had cheese curds, then
Uh-huh.
it. Oh, you haven't. Oh dear God, you guys lead sheltered lives over there.
We do. We
Like,
do. But have you
uh,
ever had some of the stuff that we've had?
I eat. I will eat myself. Yes, I love jerk, whatever,
I'm not talking about drink,
chicken,
we're talking about
pork,
weirder stuff. Scott, weirder
but I
stuff.
won't. Yeah. Well, you know, nobody else in my family will eat it, so I don't make it just for myself.
Scott, have
But
you
if
ever
I go out somewhere, then yeah, I'll have that kind of thing.
have you ever had a roasted goat's testicle?
I'm gonna have to say that I've not done any more testicles. No,
Until
no,
you've
no.
had that, until you've had that. You can say
Well, then I guess I'm gonna just not have a
if you come here,
full
you
life.
are going to eat it, and I'm gonna make sure that you eat it.
No, 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 no.
Yes, and you're gonna have
All right.
chicken feet and gizzard and all of that stuff. You're gonna have everything.
Oh, yeah, like we've had that kind of stuff here.
Have you ever had the jerk chicken feet?
A what? Sorry?
Jerk chicken feet.
No. I've had chicken feet, smoked
You're gonna have some of that if you
chicken
come
feet.
here. They jerk everything here. We had like a
Okay.
jerk festival a few years back. They jerk everything. I mean, ice cream, everything. Until you've had jerk ice cream, and I wanted to try it so bad. Yes, jerk ice cream. Don't think it tastes
Really?
like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to process the
How
flavors.
they do that, I don't know. I have yet to
And
see it, and I still want to do it.
I just cannot wrap my mind around that many flavors and then the sweetness of the ice cream.
Hmm.
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 I
No,
don't
not
get it.
try it.
Oh, I would try it in a heartbeat, but I'm just trying to wrap my head around that many flavors and then
I
the
don't know how they do
sweetness
it.
and creaminess of the ice cream. I'm not sure how the hell they do that.
I don't know either, and I want to try it so bad. All you do, you
Oh yeah,
make sure that you are close to a restroom, and you have your wipes and all of that stuff in case, just in
there you
case.
go.
Mhm.
That yes,
And
yes, because
some depends would on
that could
hurt.
go real bad real fast. Yes,
Yep.
um, and yeah, like a lot of people haven't had true poutine to start with. That's just a
Mhm.
Canadian thing. They've had fries and gravy
I've never
and
had that.
and that, but it's like no, true poutine is the cheese. A cheese curd is whenever you eat it,
Hmm.
it squeaks. It's that fresh. So that the cheese itself, whenever you bite down, it's gonna squeak on your teeth. That's
Hmm.
how fresh it is. And then yeah, you pour the gravy on top, and then it melts into the fries. It is good. Oh, Jesse wants
Oh,
to
that's
know:
gonna try it, I guess.
do Jamaicans eat biscuits and gravy?
Nope.
Jesse, Canadians don't eat biscuits and gravy. That is a South thing.
The closest I've ever gotten to a biscuit is the KFC one, and it tastes like crap.
Oh yeah, it's garbage.
Disgusting.
So you guys have like KFC and everything over there?
Yeah.
McDonald's.
And McDonald's flew away from us back in like the early 2000s or 90s, I guess. They haven't been
Okay.
back. So we do have KFC, Wendy's, Popeyes, Domino's, Pizza Hut, all of that stuff.
Okay.
Hmm. But
Cool.
KFC is the most popular.
Oh, Sheepy says Jamaica has the best KFC.
So I've heard they actually have done taste off the US versus Jamaican KFC. Like
Wow.
somebody actually went to KFC, the KFC closest to the airport, got some, took it to the States and had it with his family, and they were like, yeah, the Jamaican one's better.
Wow. And she wrote jerk ice cream with the
Yep.
emoji.
Yep.
I yeah, that
If you can fry the ice cream, you can jerk the ice cream. They have fried
oh,
ice cream.
fried ice cream is awesome.
Never had it.
Oh my goodness. Really all that it is you they put it all together, put it in the deep freeze, and then they just
Drop it
shot
in the
fry
fry.
it for 30 seconds, and then you have deep fried. The reason why it looks like it cooks so fast is because most of the outside is done with um, like Special K, like that kind of cereal,
Mm-hmm.
very thin, so it browns up fast.
Oh.
So that's how they can get it to deep fry before it melts.
Mm-hmm. I've
But
had a fried butter though, but I don't think I try that one.
oh, another thing that I just love here, actually, the same place that I had my lunch today, I had fish and chips. He does deep fried Mars bars. He's got a sweet. So tell me you know what a Mars bar is.
I have no idea what a Mars bar is. All I know is that it's chocolate.
All right.
The
Chocolate.
horror
Oh, girl, you've got to come to Canada.
in summer,
Um,
not winter.
oh, oh yeah. No, no, no. You can come in the summer. That's when a lot of our tourists come is is during the summer when it's between 90 and 115 here. Yeah, then it's not. You still have some people wearing hoodies and whatever in that kind of weather, and it's like, oh, I like my heat. Sunflower Bees food reviews. G'day, Kelly. Ah, we lost Kareen. Bye, Kareen. I guess we started telling her too much westernized culture foods, and the Jamaican government was like, yeah, no. They cut us off. Well, well, well. But I'll just make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell with that channel too, Kelly. So I'm not sure what happened to Kareen, but we will. Lexi, come here. Come here. Anyways, my dog's got to go outside too, so you guys go, and I got to go get a dog outside. And you guys have a blessed weekend. And I will not be live Saturday. I will Thursday. I will keep you informed as to what's going on. Anyways, God bless. Take care, and have